Greetings, young men. This is Principal Kafele, sitting on my balcony on this 9-day cruise. Every morning I come out here early and just go through my meditation reflection on my life, on my work. Part of my work is message to your son. So I think about what can I do, what can I say to increase the probability that the young men are going to soar to the highest of heights. So I've got this concept in my mind today, and I want to share it with you. And it centers around so many young men. They think that the schoolwork is not relevant to their lives. They think that the math class, what's this got to do with my life? The science class, the English class, the history class, what's this got to do with my life? So I'm saying to you, as a theme for this message to your son, the theme is, teacher, what does this work have to do with my life? Once again, teacher, what does this work have to do with my life? See, in other words, young men, a lot of the math that you learn, you may never use it again. A lot of the history that you learn, you may not have use or need for it later in life. You may or you may not. The science, the English, one could argue that English you'll always have use for. But here's my point. As you're growing up, it is just absolutely imperative, meaning important, significantly important, that you know as much as you can possibly know. Your mind has just got to have vast knowledge of a whole lot of different things, just a diversity of knowledge of so many different things. And those things fall within the areas of the math classes that you take over the years, the science classes, the history classes, the language arts classes or the English classes, the foreign language classes, the elective classes, the PE and health classes. All those classes that you take, it's that one that is well-rounded, that individual that has a vast knowledge of a lot of different things. That's the one that's going to be able to open up doors for himself. That one whose knowledge base is not limited. That one whose knowledge base is not restricted. But that one that has just this vast knowledge, this unlimited knowledge. This one who can converse with anybody in under any circumstance. So here you are, you in your community, in your neighborhood, and you can converse with your peers. But then as you get older and you're with different groups of people, job-related, work-related, travel-related, whatever it is, you're able to transition and speak with the best of them. Because you're so knowledgeable, because you've got so much information accumulated in your mind over the years from when you were in grade school, when you were in elementary school. And now here you are, you can have high-level conversations with anybody around, with anybody doing anything. Because when you were a youngster, you mastered mathematics, you mastered social studies, you mastered language arts, you mastered history, you mastered every course that you took while you were in school. So I'm saying to you that in some cases, that information that you're attaining right now is going to have direct implications with your life later on. Other courses that you're taking, you may never use it again. But at least you have the knowledge base. At least you have the skills. At least you have the understanding. So I'm saying to you, don't take any classes lightly. Not one. The most boring class in your mind that you're taking right now, don't take it lightly. Because you don't know 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later where that information suddenly becomes relevant to your life. So I'm saying to you, once again with the opening statement, teacher, what does this work have to do with my life? It's got everything to do with your life. Because as a young man, you need to know as much as you can know. You need to accumulate as much knowledge as you can. Learning never ceases to occur. Learning must be lifelong. I feel guilty on days I don't learn. I feel guilty if I don't bring a book with me on an airplane or a magazine or an educational journal, educational magazine or an educational journal, something that enhances my practice as an educator, enhances my practice as a speaker. I feel guilty if I forget and leave information at home. I want to learn something new every day. I want to be able to look back on every day and say that I learned something new. That I'm not the same person that I was 24 hours ago because I've got new information. So I'm saying the same thing with you. It works the same way. That is why that information is so relevant to you. So although it seems irrelevant, although it may seem that it doesn't have implications or application in your life. It actually does. Because we're talking about you expanding upon your knowledge base each and every day, just becoming much more knowledgeable than you were the day before, becoming smarter and smarter and smarter, becoming more brilliant, more brilliant, more brilliant than you ever were. So everything that you do, everything you learn in your classrooms has relevance to your life. Enough said. Let's go. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. This is Principal Kafele. Thanks for listening. Sitting on this ship balcony, getting back to work soon. Peace.